Well, some business stories now. The federal government has announced a 5.01% growth in Nigeria's GDP, which it says is the strongest ever recorded since the second quarter of 2014. The Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Mrs. Zainab Ahmed, disclosed this at a joint ministerial briefing in Abuja. The minister says this latest development is a clear indication that inflation is gradually moving downwards. TVC News correspondent TJSU Adeoye reports.
Nigeria's economy is gradually coming out of the woods after surviving shock waves caused by a crash in global oil prices and the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic. Government have been making frantic efforts to stabilize the nation's economy after it recorded a sharp decline in its growth rate, with inflation recording an upward movement and pushing the country into recession. At this joint press conference, the Minister of Finance, Zainab Ahmed, brings cheering news from the federal government. She says Nigeria's GDP has grown by 5.01%, and this is the strongest growth ever recorded since the second quarter of 2014.
The second quarter last year, if you recall, we had a negative growth of minus 6.10%. Furthermore, it was also better than the previous quarter, the last quarter just gone, first quarter of 2021. Year to date, the GDP growth when you aggregate the first and the second quarter is a growth rate of 2.7% in 2021.
The non-oil sector is a major driver of this growth with an increase of about 7%. This suggests that businesses are gradually returning to pre-pandemic levels, with 42 out of 47 sectors of the economy recording a significant expansion in the second quarter of 2021. The federal government believes this will lead to more employment opportunities for the citizens and drastically reduce food inflation.
As you funded agri, as we funded health, and we are building more infrastructure within the health sector, trade was going on because equipment had to be bought for the molecular labs, beds had to be bought for the isolation centers. So you see that there is this multiplier effect going on here and there.
This year has been recording timely release of the budgetary provision for all NDAs, and we expect that to have serious multiplier effects on the other sectors of the economy. And so all that will encourage policymakers to now grow in for us to actually look at some of those sectors that are not performing.
As the economy begins to stabilize and register positive growth, the government is hopeful that this progression will be sustained as the economy is projected to record a 3 to 5% growth rate by the end of 2021. TJSU Adeoye, TVC News, Abuja.